to Google Forms. A Google Form is just a Google spreadsheet that's a little better organized, and you're able to insert fields, and then the information comes back to you in a spreadsheet. You filled out a Google form whenever you applied for the courses for this workshop day. You filled that out, that Google form with your information. That was a Google form example. I'm going to show you real quick how to create one and maybe an example. I have an example here of a Google form that I've used in entrepreneurship class for a quiz. The students went to I posted it to a blog, and the students came here to fill out the first name, last name. They answered these questions, and then once they're done with these questions, they scroll to the bottom and they hit the submit button, which I can't get to, but they hit the submit button after answering the questions, and then everybody, once I get that information back, then it comes back to me in a spreadsheet. Then I'm able to I could actually create it so it could self-grade if I wanted to do that, or I could just check it manually to do that. But for Google Forms, it's real simple. You go to Create New, and there's a category called Form. So when I click on Form, I can title my form Practice Quiz. And it could be a quiz, or it could be a poll. If you want to gather information, you can put a description of what in here, or directions basically. Please answer all questions and click submit when finished. And then you can enter any type of questions that you want. So if I had a question, my first sample question, a lot of times you want to always make sure, if you're using this for an assessment in class, that you use student names, have them put their names, or else you're going to get a bunch of answers back and you're not going to know who answered what. A help text could say, please enter first name. And it could be a text-based question. You can use paragraph, which gives you a little more space to write. Multiple choice, check boxes, and there's a couple different options. For this one, you'd pick text. You want to make definitely the name a required question so that you can put that in. And if you click done, you can see that this question's done. And then over here, you can do things like edit it. If you want to edit it, you can duplicate it if you want to have the same question, or you can get rid of it and delete it. Once you get to the next question, you can either go over here to edit it and use this pencil to edit, or you can add an item, however you want to do it. It's just as easy just to go to the pencil, and you can add your next item. So let's say the multiple choice question would be, do a multiple choice, just an example. The name of this course. Please select the best answer. I want to make it multiple choice. Option 1 is beyond the search. Option 2 is C3 connect, communicate, and collaborate. And option 3 is 21st century assessments. And you can make it required if you want. If you explain at the top here that you need to answer all the questions, most people would answer all the questions, but if you want to force it to make sure that they don't miss anything, you want to make it required. Done. And you can see that there's many other ways. Once you go and add a new item, you can add it, and you can pick which type of question it is, and then go ahead. You can put in section breaks. If you want to separate a page, maybe do all your true false, then you want to put in a page break so you have another page with multiple choice. You can do that. A section header could then title that section true false, multiple choice. You can put those in. The theme can give you a background theme. And you saw over here I had like a background color with the mountains and everything on my form. So you can just choose those. And they give you a bunch of different options. So let's pick the garden. And then you can kind of see, it gives you a little shot of what you're going to see whenever you have your quiz up, or your poll, whatever you're using it for, and it gives you the submit button there. So that's basics on how to create a form when we want to apply it. That's the basic, and whenever you get the form back, you'll be able to come back in and see, you can see responses. You can see it in spreadsheet, and then you can do other things with when you get it back, you can graph it or chart your answers. And there's a lot of different things, but for the sake of simplicity and time constraints, you can come in and play with it and see the different things. You can always email it, which is what Katie did to get the form out to you to sign up for the classes. Embedding is what you would use if you were going to put it into a blog or onto a web page. And there's a few other things that you can do with this, but that's just the basics of setting up a form. And then you have to either email it to people or embed it somewhere so they can actually access it. So give it a try, play around with it a little bit. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.